The return of the National Sports Commission (NSC) should be a top priority for the incoming minister. Nigeria has accomplished a lot of success under the NSC arrangement, and it will be a welcome development to see the country return to a system that has brought so much verve into the sector. The bill to return the NSC is already with the National Assembly, and when passed can lead to a resurgence in the sports sector. With this in mind, the minister should work closely with the National Assembly to ensure the bill is passed into law so that the technocrats and not the bureaucrats are put in charge of sports development in the country.
Every time we choose a minister, why do we always have to put somebody that's not an expert in sports all over the country? Why all over the continent? Why does it keep happening? We are the one that gets the backlash in sports because we make no progress if it's not an expert. We have to put experts in the game, in sports, that know things about sports.
The technocrats, on the other hand, should draw up policies that will ensure that the grassroots, including the schools, become the catalyst for sports development in the country. Sports should be introduced to pupils in schools so that they can imbibe the rudiments at an early age and become adept to their various sports before they are now introduced to the states, who will now nurture them for competitions. By the time they do well at the state level, they will be invited to the national level where they will undergo further training and are prepared for international competitions. Those who excel at this level are wooed by top corporate organizations who give them mouth-watering sponsorship that would help them to develop further. Provisions and maintenance of facility is also a key component of sport, so the minister must ensure that facilities are available for the athletes to train. It is a fact that talents are bound in the country, but they need top-class facilities to develop their skill. The government and the state and federal levels should endeavor to build these facilities and ensure they are maintained and not allowed to rot like it is presently obtained. Also, there should be competitions for the athletes to take part at all levels so they can be monitored and brought into the national limelight. Competitions like the Principal Cup and many others in different sports should be instituted and enduring. The more competitions there are, the better for the athletes and by extension the country. There should also be a system that will ensure that funds are readily available to drive different programs in the sector. The days of going cap in hand to the government should be brought to an end. Sponsors should be encouraged to come into sports by giving them tax rebates. It is appalling to see sports federations suffer because there is no avenue to source for funds and carry out their programs. The government, in turn, will only give financial support when necessary.
A lot of this effort and to give visibility to this federation rests on the board of the federation. The Olympic will soon be here. It will soon be another time to elect board members to the governing board of the federation. My advice to the federation is they should elect persons that will represent them well and fairly. Government alone do not have the resources to sponsor all these events, but quite a number of the federation are able to attract support. Government only complements their efforts.
Talking about grants, the national athletes who meet certain criteria should be given grants to train for international competitions. The era of the fire brigade approach should come to an end under the new dispensation. Athletes should train ahead of programs as it will help boost their chances of winning a medal for the country. But they can only achieve this if funds are made available on time.
Since the show is for the government, it's only in Nigeria that the government are still funding events like this. Let us continue saying that the government are not doing their own part. But as far as I'm concerned, the athletes, they are trying their best. They are doing what they're supposed to do. But government need to step up.
The emphasis on football should also be minimized. While football is the king of sports in this climb, it can only win a medal at multi-sports events. So there is the need for the minister to avoid the pitfall of becoming a minister of football at the expense of other sports that are also begging for attention.